So I am back. I wanted to break down. I'm on a different device today, so it's still an Apple device, but I swear this thing is just so different than the phone. I don't understand it. But let's get into this. Let's get into. I feel like this thing is zoomed up on my face. Is there a way? My goodness. Okay, whatever. Just got to deal. Okay. So I wanted to talk about. I wanted to break down gratitude a little bit more than what I did the other day. Because I don't want people to get the impression that gratitude is something that you do and then you're done. Gratitude, if it, it's not an affirmation, but it's a chant. And it's a decision, an intention, and a decision to stay in a place where you're grateful, period. And nobody can knock you off that square. It's going to you're going to stay grateful no matter what, because gratitude is key. Okay? When you do gratitude chants or gratitude rampages of gratitude, or obsessive gratitude declarations, you are doing this throughout your day, because remember I said your energy is more like this, like you're more like a wave. And if you're not moving energy through, one of the biggest waves that moves through your body is your mind. You get a lot of thoughts from spirit that way. You send them out that way. You know how it is. We don't have to have a telepathic or psychic bone in our body as far as we're concerned. And you think about somebody and they call you, I was just thinking about you, because you was just thinking about them. Okay? It's one of the biggest waves in our body. Just the energy moves through. And I don't know where I got that from, but that's coming to me heavily. Okay? Now, if that wave isn't moving, you are always just essentially like a canvas that can be written on at all times very easily. Okay? Which means that you have no real stake in what you want to do in life. But there are people who do this one thing that's very similar to chanting, and I would say affirmations, and even partially meditation, and they're in the what is it, state akin to sleep that Neville Goddard and everybody around Neville Goddard talks about. They talk to themselves in their mind all day about goals that they want to achieve. I know people like this, and as they get older, I'm like, look at them and say, listen now, you looking crazy now, because you literally talking to something out there that's talking to you. But to the average person, although on this planet not many people are average no more, I think as we talk more and the world gets smaller because of devices like this, we know that we are much more connected than we were always led to believe, especially as Gen Xers. Okay, I think we knew it and gave it to the millennials, and they just standing and strong. And the Gen Zers and Alpha, everybody getting ready to come, they're all aware of it. Okay, because I got some grandkids, so I know they're aware of it. Okay, let's get back to this. Let's say you get up, you do gratitude first thing in the morning. Some people do that. They go right out onto they have the lifestyle where they go out onto their back porch for like a couple of hours. They might get up at 5, go out there, especially if it's summertime and nice and warm, and they have like a nice little screened in, protected area. And they write out their gratitude thoughts for the day, and it's a lot of them, but it's more like a gratitude conversation that they're writing down in their journal. That's a good way to do it. Then this same person would be grateful for everything as they head upstairs to go get ready for the day. They're going to be grateful as they get in the car and they're driving to the destination if they have a presentation or something like that to do. But when they get there, they're gonna start. It's like all hands on deck. Got to make sure I got my presentation. I have to make sure that I have my keys in my pocket. I got to make sure. Let me check and make sure of who I'm going to be meeting with down here at this place wherever they're doing a presentation at. Like your mind quickly shifts to, okay, I got this to do. But then you can drop back into almost a hum of gratitude as you're walking up to the building. Or as, because you, as a person, begins to really understand this gratitude thing from the position that I'm talking about, baby, you begin to understand that you are like a moving tree. You move according to the waves and the energies that you feel as you're walking, and it's almost like your tree, your branches or your leaves being blown in the breeze. Your wave comes because you've seen something. You're like, oh, I'm grateful for this dime, or I'm grateful for those flowers, or I'm grateful for this walkway. Oh, I'm grateful for these rocks. This is a very beautiful architectural landscape they have out here. I'm grateful as I walk into this building. I don't have to touch a thing. The door is just open. So grateful for that. So clean. It just makes me feel like, yes, they took us people who are that don't want to touch every surface as they outside into account. So yes, I'm grateful for that. You're having this conversation with yourself. Gratitude is like an umbrella of affirmations because you determine that you're grateful. And you're just going to be grateful as you head into the place. And then when it's, okay, let me make sure I got the HDMI cord set up. Let me make sure this is going, make sure my clicker is working. Okay, the people will be in here in the next half an hour. I'm getting ready to be grateful because I'm going downstairs to get a cup of coffee from this place. One moment. I'm going to be grateful for that. And so what you do is you be grateful for it. I hope this works. It worked. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what happens is you realize that you've got time to be a person, a regular old person, and you've got time to be decidedly grateful. You decide that there are times you're going to just drop into this pool of gratitude and let it wash all over you, awash and what you see around you that you're grateful for. It is a mindset change. Now, this is not something, you may remember it, you may not, because you may not be at that destination or that place again. But nonetheless, you started your day and decided that gratitude was going to be the process, which is very different than, I would say, affirmation, robotic affirmations, because those are specific and you have decided what their intention are or intention is in your life. You have made that decision. And so an affirmation, I think being in gratitude is like a ooze, like a balm. Like I said, it's an umbrella affirmation, but you can be literally grateful for anything, right? Like like right now, you know what I'm grateful for? I'm grateful for chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, and I'm grateful for making my own chocolate chip cookies, and then making my own ice cream and putting it together and eating it. I'm grateful for stuff like that, right? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm so grateful for it. I may do it this week because I love the process of cooking. I literally love to cook. I love, it's not always about, I don't mind measuring cups, but I love when I'm just freestyling and moving fast about creating some food, right? But when it comes to baking, measuring cups are needed. For the baking powder, baking soda, for the flour, for the sugar. It's needed for whatever wet ingredient you're going to use. It is needed, but I love it. I'm grateful for the ability to be able to cook. I'm grateful for the ability to be able to create recipes and continue to make them. Like recently, I made some sweet potato chicken soup or chicken sweet potato soup. Now, I jumped into the vibe stream of people that make that because it was a whole recipe online. But I had an idea in my head. I went and looked at the recipe. I said, this, that, because I didn't have everything. And I did it my way, though, right? The fact that there's sweet potato chicken soup out there is just, what? And then I thought I was being original. Everything is moving through the cosmos, through the universe. We are a part of it. It's in us and we are in it, right? And so as a result, yeah, of course somebody else had thought about sweet potatoes and chicken in a soup form. I made it the first time, and I've made it 4 times since. And this has been since June because I made it for my man. He decided that this is what he wanted, and I have made it numerous times. There's some technicalities in it that make it a little bit more sumptuous, and there's one more ingredient. There's 3 ingredients I want to add, right? Maybe even 4. But it's my recipe. Nobody else is going to really be able to duplicate that, but the idea was out there. That gratitude may make me make that this week too. So when I say chocolate chip cookie dough, ice cream, so I would be making chocolate chip cookies and making my own ice cream, right? So it's like that's an umbrella of gratitude I'm under around the food area. You also don't have to be you don't have to be grateful. If you're in a crisis when it comes to money, you don't gotta be grateful for the amount of money. You don't have to be grateful for the amount of money you got. If you don't have any money, why do great gratitude affirmations around money? That's not how that works. And that's okay. Now let's look at the law of vibration. We're going to talk about the law of vibration because you are going to eventually, you are already vibing at the level that you are aware of. Let me say that again. You are already vibrating or vibing at the level you're living at right now. The level that you want to get to, you're not vibing at. In order to change that vibration and vibe at that level, you have to make intended affirmations, which is different than gratitude. Gratitude is an easy process. It's like, I'm just going to go. It's like taking a walk. It's very, you know, whatever. It's very let the good times roll. It's very c'est la vie. It's very just I'm having a good time. It's very I'm chilling. Whereas affirmations are intended. Now I'm going to tell you something that's mind blowing about both. Both of them will do what they're supposed to do, which is clear your vibration so you can lift. The affirmation itself is where your mindset is being directed to go to. But both of them will clear so you lift no matter what. I would say in gratitude, it's more like an abundance type of vibration because abundance is about money, but abundance is also about a lot of good friends or good quality relationships. Abundance is about a beautiful park with a lot of foliage. Abundance is about somebody calling you and offering you something and you are open and ready to go. And how abundant is your life if this person called you and blah, blah, blah. You understand what I mean? And you're headed off to whatever it is that they told you to go to. Let's keep going. Abundance is more so about anything. Literally anything could drop into your lap in the abundance quotient. But when you are trying to focus and get yourself where you want to go, the skill set is affirmations. They're both going to clear your vibration, but the affirmation is going to direct you to a certain vibration. It's going to, and that vibration, it will eventually be the life that you are living, that is in front of you. The vibration that I'm at right now, especially in this moment, as it developed and became what it was, let me just calmly tell you, it was one affirmation amid 101 affirmations, and it's the one that hit. All the others, I would say about, I say 75, I'll say 90% of my affirmations were money related. And I know how to make things to a crisis. Now I'm in the process of moving things around. There's other stuff going on. So in a crisis now is get ready and learn this actual way here. It's like make it through what's happening. Because sometimes we can't get into those existential thought forms that have us going 1, 2, 3, 4, and you already at 100, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, you understand? 1,000, or you're there. You are already going. You've moved forward very fast. And it's still 5, 6, and you on to the 2. Do you understand what I mean? You're on to 200 or 2,000 or whatever it is in your real life. You then at that time need that clearing of that buffer that comes from gratitude chants, that comes from affirmation. Affirmation, though, focuses you. And so you can actually deal with the situation. There may be one thing that you need to move, and you can move it much faster. That's about the amount of time that you put into this thing here. And I'll talk about that later. But with gratitude, remember, it's an umbrella affirmation, but what you're saying underneath of it, like the chant, it's just your thoughts. It's just, oh, I'm so grateful for this day. I'm so grateful for this sun because it's been raining. Oh, I'm so grateful for this rain. I just need to be able to sit and chill, listen and hear it, have my dinner, sleep well. I'm grateful, right? Those things are going to take you to a place where you are cleared out around you, and the vibration moving through you is no longer crisis. That means that when the questions come, when the demands arise, when the next step is coming, there's going to be some type of answer that you need. And I'm here to tell you, baby, it's beautiful. I'm also here to tell you there will be some serendipitous, like things that you weren't thinking that you needed. There's no demand put upon you. You're just thinking, I would really like to have this experience, and it drops into your lap. And maybe it's around a crisis. So you're going, I would really like to have this experience where I get moved forward in this line or whatever. Everything works out for you super fast. You see what I'm saying? Do you get it? Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope so. Babe, something's burning. I don't want to.